Entrepreneurship is very challenging, and the risks that you have to take are backbreaking. You have to be able to be willing to be a tenacious punk if you want to succeed. You have to be as tough as the Molavi, staunch, unafraid to fall and rise, and be able to stubbornly persist in order to make your vision a reality. The glamour that they show you on TikTok, Instagram, and other social media is all very far from the truth of the life of an entrepreneur.
Hey guys, welcome back to Kahulugan Power Podcast. We walk the talk, giving people hope amidst trying times with small actions, yet powerful impact. This is Julia, your host, aka ang Pinay #Pusong Entrep. Behind the figures are stories of struggles and sacrifice. There are calls for the government to address numerous issues that besets OFWs who miss the feeling of being at home with their families and loved ones.
Compared to other Filipinas dito na nakapangasawa ng mga Korean, medyo may conflict sa kanila kasi hindi ganun kababay sa mga istos nila. Hindi naman kasi pare-pare, parang Pilipino lang.
Yes. So can you speak for their language? Is that Hang? Ang mundo ng entrepreneurship, pag pinasok mo ay napakasalumuot at napakapangit. Walang ibang makakapagsasabi ng katotohanan ito malibang sa mga totoong entrepreneur. Ang mundong ito ay napakalungkot, maraming kabiguan at will exploit you extremely. Para din itong isang laro na sa bawat pagkadapa mo, wala kang choice kundi bumangon at magpapatuloy o patuloy kang maging talunan. Most people only focuses and pay attention to the final product of successful entrepreneur without knowing the real story behind those success. Karamihan sa mga tao, ang iisipin nila o sasabihin, "Naku, sinerte lang yan," o di kaya naman, "Hindi ko kakayanin na maging kagaya niyan." In the truth, luck has nothing to do with the entrepreneurs. Hindi alam ng nakararami ang mga dinadara or hirap, puyat, pagod at sakripisyo, pang-insulto, anxiety at rejections na naligpasan at tiniis ng bawat entrepreneurs. Not to mention the rumors, criticism, betrayals, empty stomachs, and empty wallets they have been through. While experiencing these excruciating moments, they have to overcome these pains to make their dreams and visions into reality. Join us today as we uncover the essence and reality in the lives of every entrepreneur. We believe that what separates the real successes, entrepreneurs among others, are those who relentlessly persevere. Power up ka sa Instant 100,000 para sa #Pusong Entrep. Abangan ng Batch 3, ang superpowers para sa puhunan na mag-a-upgrade ng buhay mo. Narito na ang mas pinabonggang 100,000 para sa iyo. Di ka pa ba sasali? Tara na! Join na! Bago natin bagtasin ang mga katotohanan sa karanasan at buhay ng mga entrepreneur, ating alamin naman ang mula sa literal at pinakamang kahulugan ng salitang entrepreneur. Miriam Webster defines it as one who organizes, manages, and assumes the risks of a business or enterprise. While dictionary.com defines the term as a person who organizes and manages any enterprise, especially a business, usually with considerable initiative and risk. Cambridge Dictionary's definition on entrepreneur is someone who starts their own business, especially when this involves seeing a new opportunity. However, the Wikipedia, among the rest, has the most precise definition. In my opinion and my own understanding so far, according to Wikipedia, the word entrepreneur actually originates from the 13th century French word entreprendre, which means to undertake or to do something. By the 16th century, they had become the noun entrepreneur, taken to mean someone who undertakes a business project or speculation. The entrepreneur is commonly seen as an innovator, a source of a new idea, goods, services, and businesses or procedures. Humanness is an essential quality of an entrepreneur. I believe so. Entrepreneur is a natural leader. They have an innate ability to inspire and bring out the best in people. Motivated by challenges, every setback is an opportunity to learn, grow, and beat the odds. Doers, they get the job done. Quick but thoughtful when it comes to decision making. They know how to find process and act on the information they trust. They're also risk takers. Their optimism and heartlessness make them natural risk takers, even if they're uncertain about an outcome. Ambitious dreamers. True entrepreneurs are visionary, resourceful. No amount is too little to get started. Critical thinkers. They analyze and evaluate an issue carefully before forming a judgment. They are also excited to learn and grow. They relish new learning opportunities because it will make them more well-rounded people and leaders. Optimistic when it comes to life and work. Optimism is a prerequisite for an entrepreneurship. They are strong believers.
Mas pinalaki po yung pang-premium nila na gusto nyo pwede nyo mapanalunan. Dahil 100K na pwede nyo panalunan sa pusong interest. Puhunan power. Sa stock pusong interest, mas pinalaki na 100,000 pesos na, kaya sali na.
Our discussion by commenting below anumang katanungan na relevant sa ating usapan ngayon hapon ay pipilitin namin sagutin para sa inyo. Kaya tawag nating patagalan pa. Here are 5 of the most persistent entrepreneurs who failed and remarkably wrote their name in history. First on the list is Thomas Edison. He was deemed too stupid to learn anything. Thomas Edison was expelled from school for being unteachable. Fortunately, his mother believed in him and encouraged him to continue his education, even teaching him herself at one point. Unfortunately, things didn't get any better for Edison when he entered the workforce. He was unceremoniously fired from several of his first jobs because he was not productive enough. Even his first 1,000 or more attempts at getting the light bulb to work were failures. Yet despite all of his defeats, Edison was a prolific inventor who had amassed 1,093 patents during his lifetime, including the light bulb and the movie projector, according to business.com. Colonel Sanders, the second one, founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken or KFC. Kentucky Fried Chicken is one of the most popular fast food franchise in the world. Colonel Harlan David Sanders, it's an honorary title, not a military rank, was the founder and the face of KFC. He previously held various jobs, such as insurance salesman, steam engine stoker, and a filling station operator. He was 56 years old when he founded KFC. And before a major restaurant picked up his secret recipe, it was allegedly rejected over 1,000 times when his original restaurant closed in 1952. He devoted his time on franchising KFC, and due to this, we now enjoy finger-licking good food, nearly half a century on. Shoemart or Henry C. Shoemart, or SM for short, is one of the country's retail behemoths and far more than just a mall. It is now a well-loved institution of which many Filipino families hold fond memories. It provides a wide range of services, including shopping, theater, locations for date nights, parties, and other special occasions, ice skating, and food courts. SM started modestly and from a humble beginning despite its now upmarket reputation. Henry C. grew up in Jinsing, Xiamen, China, in a low-income household. Due to the challenges in their home country, they moved to the Philippines in 1936 and opened a tiny convenience shop in Manila. Shortly after, World War II broke out and ruined the family business. C, on the other hand, continued to pursue his entrepreneurial interests by selling worn military combat boots and other items to American soldiers. This is where the name Shoe Mart originates. It was Manila's first shoe store at the time. Despite being unable to find vendors that could make the shoes he wanted, C persisted. C, who died in 2019 at the age of 94, was survived by his family. C's legend lives on today in his many SM malls and other acquired businesses. As a result, he was one of the world's wealthiest men. Medyo talino overload tayo sa hapon ito. Kahit anong mangyari, talino bonding moment pa rin tayo, mga ka-power puhunan. Pero bago po tayo mag-trivia, we will do our shout-outs first. Okay, let's do our shout-outs. Okay, our first shout-out is to Mitch Martel. Hello po. Nathan Sanchez, Pabs John Peter Sescon, hello po. Jed Tapia family, Aryan Lust, hello po. Hanagaki Kun, Desiree Sapara, Akim Tapia, and Kit Kat, hello po. Okay, so we have No Sarah Laksaman, hello po. So that's our batch 2. Hashtag Pusong Entrep winner, hello. Lysander Kairos Kapule, hello po. Raymart Bolatano, Haley Gandang Lambag. Hello po. And then Joanna. Okay. All right. Thank you again, everyone, for always supporting us here at Puhunan Power. Now, for our trivia number 1 says, he dropped out of college to pursue his own laundry and photo developing business at the age of 19. And in 2003, he decided to open the barbecue fast food restaurant Mang Inasal, Ilonggo, for Mr. Barbecue at 42. He's considered the country's youngest billionaire. All right. So you can now answer your questions in 3, 2, 1. All right. So comment down your questions or your answers below. Now, shout out again po to all our overseas Filipino workers in the Middle East, USA, Canada, Malaysia, Singapore, Denmark, and UK na patuloy po sa panunood sa amin. Thank you so much po. Our next entrepreneur is J.K. Rowling. Rowling's life is a typical rags to riches story. She was living as a single mother on the benefit before becoming the world's first billionaire author. Rowling completed Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone in 1995. The book was submitted to 12 publishing houses, but not a single one agreed to publish it. Harry Potter hit the bookstores only in 1997, and the rest, as they say, is history. Along the way, Rowling has learned to appreciate failure. I don't think we talk about failure enough. It would have really helped to have someone who had measured success and come to say to me, you will fail. That's inevitable. It's what you do with it, she told Matt Lauer on NBC's Today. She considered her early failure as a gift that was painfully won, helping her to learn more about herself and her relationships through the difficult times. Howard Schultz. Starbucks founder Howard Schultz may be synonymous with entrepreneurial success, but life wasn't always so rosy. His family didn't have much money, and he grew up in a housing estate. He paid for college with government loans and money earned from the part-time jobs. He was also the first person in his family to go to college. It was while working for a coffee company that Schultz first came into contact with Starbucks brand. He visited a branch of the new company in Seattle. Soon after, he joined the company as a marketing director. In 1985, he left Starbucks and decided to open his own coffee shop. He raised the $500,000 he needed to open his first store and started his business. 2 years later, the original Starbucks management decided to sell its retail unit to Schultz, and Starbucks, as we know it today, was born. Schultz is now worth in excess of $2.9 billion. Not bad for an empire that he dreamed up over an afternoon cup of coffee. His experiences have led him to develop a philosophical approach to life. I believe life is a series of near misses, he once said in a speech. A lot of what we ascribe to luck is not luck at all. It's seizing the day and accepting responsibility for your future. It's seeing what other people don't see and pursue that vision. Talino bonding moment number 2 na tayo mga ka-hashtag pusong entrep. Alright, do we have any shout-outs? Shout-out kay Krishnan L, kay Michael Hagonoy, Patricia Mendez, Robin Alejandro, Jonas De La Fuente, April Garcia, hello po. Okay, Marcus Alonso family, Jean Dump, Renzo Bolotano, Chana Villanueva, okay, what is the Digluy Separa, Duel Separa, and Tess Mendoza. Hello po. Okay, so our trivia number 2 is, in the 1930s, Asian Reyes started this business or full-time restaurant as a mobile canteen in Luneta, serving sandwiches filled with adobo and other Filipino viands. Okay, so you can comment your answers in 3, 2, 1. All right. Narito po ang ilan sa mga karagdagan tunay na kwentong entrepreneur na malamang ang iba ay ngayon palang malalaman. Abraham Lincoln failed at running a small general store before becoming one of the most prolific U.S. presidents. The inventor of Dyson vacuums had over 5,000 failed prototypes before getting it right. Vincent van Gogh only sold 1 painting in his lifetime. Albert Einstein flunked the entrance exam for Swiss Federal Polytechnic Institute and sold life insurances to earn a living before becoming the brilliant physicist that we all know him as. Fred Smith only got a C on his school assignment to create a business concept which later became the basis for logistics giant FedEx. Reid Hoffman failed with an online dating site called SocialNet before co-founding LinkedIn. Jeff Bezos failed with an online auction site called Z-Shops before founding Amazon. Mark Zuckerberg failed with an online chat service called ZuckNet before co-founding Facebook. Walt Disney failed with a film company called Laugh-O-Gram and was forced to eat dog food to survive before founding the Walt Disney Company. Henry Ford had 2 failed car companies before founding the Ford Motor Company. Milton Hershey had 3 failed candy companies before starting the Hershey Company. Soichiro Honda was rejected by Toyota before starting Honda. Power up ka sa instant 100,000 para sa hashtag pusong entrep.
Abangan ng Batch 3, ang superpowers para sa puhunan na mag-a-upgrade ng buhay mo. Narito na ang mas pinabonggang 100,000 para sa'yo. Di ka pa ba sasali? Tara na! Join na!
Trivia sa araw na ito, mga ka-hashtag pusong entre. So for our trivia number 3, says the DT High had its beginnings on blank when President Emilio F. Aguinaldo formed 4 government agencies, namely the Departments of Navy, Commerce, Agriculture, and Manufacturing. You can comment your answers in 3, 2, 1. All right. So do we have our shout outs for today for our third? Okay, so we have a shout out for Sandra Diaz. Hello po. And Tanya Colin. Okay, so we have shout outs for, okay, what is this? L, love you so much. La love. Hello po. Jen Diaz, Jamaica Serna. Hello po. And Ronald Lopez. Hello. Okay.
Power up ka sa instant 100,000 para sa hashtag pusong entre. Abangan ng Batch 3, ang superpowers para sa puhunan na mag-a-upgrade ng buhay mo. Narito na ang mas pinabonggang 100,000 para sa'yo. Di ka pa ba sasali? Tara na! Join na!
We will announce our winners at tamang sagot bago po matapos ang ating live podcasts. Now, you have seen all the failures that every single successful entrepreneur has had. Now, we will tell you the 7 ways to handle setbacks as an entrepreneur. Number 1, recognize that the failure is as a part of life. If you are afraid of failure, don't be an entrepreneur. Successful entrepreneurs take ownership of personal mistakes. They don't blame others. Blaming solves nothing. Look for solutions. Remember, when times are tough, okay, first, it will not last forever. 2, right? You will overcome it. And 3, it will make you stronger. Number 2, what you are going through is not a reflection of your abilities. Believe in you. Don't worry, don't beat yourself up. If a friend experiences a setback, what would you tell them? My bet is you would encourage them and tell them that things are not so bad and that they will overcome it. You deserve to tell yourself at least the same when bad things happen to you. Never be a prisoner of your past. It was just a lesson, not a life sentence. Life goes on. Number 3, be willing to be uncomfortable. Successful entrepreneurs make difficult, uncomfortable choices in the short term in order to have a long-term success. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. It may get tough, it will, but it's a small price to pay for living a dream. Again and again, the impossible problem is solved when we see that the problem is only a tough decision waiting to be made. That's by Robert H. Schooler. Saying no makes a lot of people feel uncomfortable. But this is the one thing you must master if you plan to be a successful entrepreneur. Most entrepreneurs, especially in friendships, hate to offend. But the truth is that true friends understand and respect your position and priorities. Number 4, do not stop learning. Being an entrepreneur means you are always learning, adding new skills, and investing on your skill set. Look for a mentor who will help you see what you don't want to see so you can be who you always knew you could be. Number 5, learn from your mistakes and failures. Forgive yourself for the mistake of the past, but learn your lesson and move on. Guilt, regret, shame, and self-loathing do not serve you. Failure is often a gift. Many times, what we perceive as an error or a failure is actually a gift. And eventually, we will find that lesson learned from that discouraging experiences prove to be a great worth. Often, you have to go backwards to go forward. Well, one door closes, another opens. But we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see the one which was opened for us. That's by Alexander Graham Bell. You will never be 100% ready, and there is no perfect time. So start now, get perfect later. Number 6, remain focused at all times. What you focus on is what you get. Experiencing problems and setbacks come with the territory. If you lose focus of your main objective, you will not reach it and your business will fail. Whenever you want to achieve something, keep your eyes open, concentrate, and make sure you know exactly what it is you want. No one can hit their target with their eyes closed, by Paulo Coelho. Successful people maintain a positive focus in life no matter what is going on around them. They stay focused on their past successes rather than their past failures, and on that next action steps they need to take them to get closer to the fulfillment of their goals rather than all the other distractions that life presents to them. By Jack Canfield. Number 7, every challenge is an opportunity. Be thankful for each new challenge because it will build your strength and character. When you face difficult times, know that challenges are not sent to destroy you. They're sent to promote, increase, and strengthen you. The bigger the challenge, the bigger the opportunity for growth. All kinds of entrepreneurs, from coders to clockmakers, in order to close its widening fiscal hole. But the relentlessness seek and solve breed is our salvation. They are the ones forever craning their necks, addicted to looking around the corners and chasing the world or changing the world. They, not lenders, are the real money multipliers. The ones who turn $1 of capital into $2, then $2 into $10, and $10 into $100. And there are people who love to sail the ocean or climb mountains, and more power to them. But it's nowhere near as interesting as taking a technology nobody has heard of, finding a market for it, and launching it into your customers. That's satisfying. Steve Spoonmore Forbes. Ito ang realidad ng pagiging isang entrepreneur. Dala ang lahat ng tapang at lakas ng loob. Hindi sumusuko at may maaalab na pagmamahal bilang isang innovator. Batch 3 na covered nitong 3rd week ng June hanggang sa mga susunod pa na buwan-buwan na kaming magbibigay ng pagkakataon sa ating mga ka-hashtag, pusong entrep at power puhunan na mas pinalaki na 100,000 pesos is now at stake. Para sa mananalong entrepreneur, pinakalaking pag-asa, pinalaking pagkakataon at pinalaking puhunan para sa inyo.
Mas pinalaki po yung pang-premium nila na gusto nyo pwede nyo mapanalunan. Dahil 100K na pwede nyo panalunan sa pusong entrep, puhunan power. Sa stock pusong entrep, mas pinalaki na, 100,000 pesos na, kaya sali na.
How to join? Here's how. Step 1. Visit the official website www.mrmpopc.org of Mary Rose Media Production OPC to review the complete mechanics. Step 2. Make a 1 to 2 minute video, then message us directly on Facebook at MRMPOPC for details on how to upload your video. Step 3. Once submitted, wait for the link that we'll send so you can share it to your friends and families.
So, before we announce or we do our trivia, we do have some shout outs. Okay, so our shout out or our last shout out would be for Liam Valerior, hello po, Ryan Biboletano, Hannah Savanco, Elvis Presley, Danry Montaga, okay, Jeff Tum, hello. Kapule family. Joanna Cern, hello po. Thank you so much for always supporting us. Okay, so for our trivia number 1 raffle goes to, and our right answer for our trivia number 1 is Edgar Sia. All right. So our trivia number 1 winner is Joanna Serna. Congratulations po! Alright, so that's for our trivia number 1. For our trivia number 2, we have... Very exciting. Okay, let us see. Okay, so we have Jen Diaz for our trivia number 2. Congratulations! Okay, so for our trivia number 3, we have, let's see. Oh, for our trivia number 2, the correct answer is aristocrat. Okay, for our trivia number 3 is June 23, 1898 is the right answer. Okay, so, okay. So for our trivia number 3, our winner is is this Hama Svanko? Hannah Svanko. Congratulations. Okay, so for our we're going to make this one different for today. Kasi nga, diba, ang topic natin is about behind the success of every entrepreneur. So based yun sa mga sinasabi natin is, hindi lahat talagang sa umpisa makukuha mo na lahat. Kasi parang masyado tayong English ng buong episode na to eh. So, hindi lahat ng times na nag-umpisa ka ng business, successful ka na. Marami kang trials na mapagdadaanan. So, alam ko naman sa inyo na meron din kayong mga stories or, success or failure stories na gusto din nyong i-share. So, ang gagawin natin is, for the best story, para sa, yung success stories nyo or your failure stories, you can just type it to us. Huwag niyong i-comment. Huwag niyong i-comment. Mamaya i-comment nyo. So, pag na-message niyo po sa amin, we will now pick the best winner or the best answer, and that will be another prize to be won on our next episode. So, don't forget to write down or send us a message of your inspiring or your, inspiring stories, success or a failure business. It's still a lesson that we can all learn from, di ba? Hindi naman lahat ng business na gagawin natin is talagang nag-boom. It's a lesson for us to learn. Kaya, yan ang gagawin natin sa next na episode ng Puhunan Power. Now, the great aim of knowledge and education is putting things into action. Thank you for joining us today. Kita-kits po tayo sa susunod naming mga episodes. And if you think we have provided value to you and your business, please share this video with your friends and families. Once again, this is Julia ng Puhunan Power, aka Pinay #Pusang Entrep. Pag may puhunan ka, may power ka.